When I was a teenager, I lived with my dad and Ruby in Whitehorse, Yukon. Now, we always had these great family dinners. And when I mean family dinners, I mean family feasts. These were feasts for at least 20 of our family members because, well, I'm First Nations and our family isn't nuclear, isn't 4, isn't 6. It's more like 20 because the cousins are coming in, the extended family are coming in, and the cousins' cousins are coming in. Let's just say it's a family feast. You have 2 big tables, 20 chairs around, and food would be prepared. Oh, the food! You could smell the moose stew. There would be a roast on the table, a turkey in the oven. There would be mashed potatoes, various kinds of salads, and Grandma's deviled eggs. You always had to go very quickly for Grandma's deviled egg because somebody, especially my cousin Rachel, would always go, take my deviled eggs, and be like, no, my eggs, But of course, Grandma got smart to this and started bringing 2 plates of deviled eggs. Now, one of the things is also traditions. There's a lot of traditions to our feast. Now, before we all gorged ourselves on stuffing and gravy and pie, especially lemon meringue pie, before we gorged ourselves, I noticed that Ruby started creating a spirit plate. And she would take all these little bits of pieces of food and put it on the plate. Now, I don't know about you, but when I first saw this, I didn't know what a spirit plate was. So I asked her, what is that? Well, what is it that you're doing? And with a wink in her eye and a smile, she said, I'm creating a spirit plate. And instantly, I was transported to a time, to a story that I had heard from Manitoulin Island. Now, Manitoulin Island, there is a place that is a ball of energy. And there's a lot of things, sorry, that was disrespectful of me, beings that live on that island. Shapeshifters, little people, and spirit. Specific spirit. We see, long ago, there was a settlement. And now these people had come over boats and they had created a small settlement of their wooden cabins and their weird pointed churchy thingy with the things. And nearby, they had noticed that there was a village made out of birch. And they had come and approached these villagers and they said, what's going on now? What's happening here? And these villagers replied, well, we're having a feast. Winter is coming. So we are preparing and we are gathering. After all that hard work of the summer, we are sharing our feast. People look kind of bushy and kind of scrawny. Would you like some food? And those settlers instantly said, yeah, we do. And they shared the feast. After all was said and done, the villagers said, well, we hope you're stored up for the winter. It gets pretty cold out here. The settlers were like, yeah, no, we're good. Don't worry about us. And the settlers went off to their little settlement of their wooden log cabins. And winter came. And the snow rose, and the snow rose, and the snow rose. And soon they found themselves trapped within their little, small wooden boxes. And they could not leave their little, small wooden boxes. And the storages became buried, and they couldn't reach their storages. And over time, they began to feel something in their stomach. Pains. Nothing was there to make food. There was nothing left to boil, and they began to feel hunger. Around the same time, over the mountain, the spirit heard this. It sensed their moans from their stomach. It heard it and it came. Closer to the settlement, as it came close, it pressed his hands against the window, waiting, whispering words. Feed me. Feed me. Feed me. Feed me. And within that small, contained box, a family with 2 teenage children clenched in their hands, deep in prayer, and deep and clenched and clenched. They did not heed those words. In prayer, they clenched their hands. And so, the spirit pulled itself away and went to the next cabin. Close to the window, pressed its hands against, whispered, feed me, feed me. And inside were 2 men. Perhaps you would call them voyageurs, hunters. They had come rough and tumbled, and they had not been allowed to leave their door because of the snow, and they had not been able to hunt. They were not wise enough to trade their furs for food storage, and also the other villagers didn't really like them. And so they heard this voice. One man stood. He felt rigid. He found himself being drawn to the door, and even though he could not prevent himself from reaching the door, he slowly opened it. And as the door opened, rushes of snow blew in. Cold wind came into that cabin, and cold wind hit him in the chest. There was no voice, for that spirit was made flesh. And that man felt his skin tingle, and that man was no longer a man, but a ravaging hunger that wanted and needed to feed. He looked at someone that was perhaps once his friend. Finding his tools that he had used to hunt, he quietly went up to the bed of straw where his friend laid and cut with his blade deep into the throat, silencing whatever screams would be. And then he had himself a feast. From cabin to cabin, that man went. The family, deep in prayer, sensed something was wrong, sensed something was happening. They appeared to the doors, and they could see that the snowfall had stopped, and they could see blood dripping from cabin to cabin. In fear, they bundled themselves up, and into the snow they went towards the village. They bundled themselves, and they said, "We are afraid. There is something out there. There is something trying to eat us." The villagers looked at them and just merely shook their head. "Come where it's warm. Come, we will share our food with you. Stay here till spring. Do not go back to your settlement." When the snow had melted, the villagers left their birch homes and went to the log cabin and just merely burned everything to the ground. The family did not understand what was happening, and they merely said, "You had made the cannibal spirit flesh. You had called it upon, and now you must live in fear. Whatever you do, always leave a plate of food outside your door. For that spirit is hungry, and it will always want more." Now that spirit has a name, and I'm not going to say the name that was given to it because I don't feel like bringing it into these walls. But I will use the name that was given by the colonizers. And that is Wendigo, cannibal spirit. And all of a sudden, I'm back at my family's table, and we are having a feast of each and our relatives as we remember to honor our traditions. And that spirit plate sits outside being waiting to take into the forest for our ancestors. And also for the darker spirits, the Shangos.